Hey, everybody. Welcome to Radio Labyrinth. This is Season 6, Episode 6, and the date of recording is Thursday, January 28th, 2021, although the show won't be out until Saturday, which, if you're listening to it, is today, and I guess I'm just rambling. Hey, welcome to the show. My name is Tim Andrews. There's Stephanie Swain.
Hello.
Jeffrey Lieboff.
Something.
You literal bastard.
And Mr. Dustin Lawler.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Are you okay? Did anybody lose their shirts today in the stock market because they had invested heavily in a company called GameStop?
I did not.
This has been the obsession of my week, and today was the most dramatic fun day about it. You guys aware of what's been going on with this crazy-ass stock?
No.
Tell us about it.
Haven't
Yeah, please.
All right, so basically, in a nutshell, because I don't really know a lot about the stock market, there are companies that are called hedge funds, okay? And what they do is they take a company like GameStop, that has very low stock and is expected to continually go down. So let's say their stock is trading at 10 and you're betting on it to go down to 5. You borrow stock from somebody at $10, and then when it goes down to 5, you get rid of it or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, fuck it. You look it up. It's like trading places. It's like that crappy scene, that the closing, not crappy, but the ending portion of Trading Places. You're basically, what you're doing is you're borrowing stock from somebody that you have to pay back. You have to pay them back. So what you do is you wait for it to go down, then you buy a bunch more and you give them what you made, and then you somehow make money out of that. Anyway, what ended up happening is a bunch of people on Reddit, a bunch of kids, younger people, whatever, they got together and said, we're not going to allow them to hedge this hedge company to force this game stop out of business, and we're going to
called shorting the stock.
Yeah, they got the stock to keep continuously go up by buying it more and more and more, buying it, and it got to an amazing, like it was almost $400 or $500 a share, and nobody's going into the game store to buy games or whatever, so they have all this cash. And they were going to start doing it with BlackBerry today. Remember BlackBerry? Everybody used to have the Crackberry with all that. And they were going to do it with AMC theaters. And so just for fun, I went on yesterday before the market closed, or maybe it was shortly after the market closed, and I bought $50. I split it, 20 for BlackBerry and 30 for AMC, thinking that it would go up. And it did overnight in off hours trading. And I'm like, oh, it's going to be great.
How much were the shares per stock?
I had 1.7 shares of BlackBerry and 2 shares of AMC. So, I mean, it's not a lot. I'm not going to waste money. I just wanted to see what would happen.
It was like $20 a share.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. So now Tim's a billionaire now, and he's leaving the show.
No, because here's what happened. Robinhood, which is the app of choice for a lot of these traders, where you can buy fractional shares of stock or you can buy the whole stock. Well, they shut it down. And then a bunch of other companies that do these online trades shut it down. You weren't allowed to buy it. You were allowed to sell it. And what that did was it allowed these hedge guys, as the price dropped, to get out. Because Melvin was one of these hedge companies, and because of what happened with GameSpot, they went bankrupt. Because if you don't have the money to pay back the people you borrowed the stock from, you're fucked, which is what happened to the Dukes in Trading Places. And it's just been a frenzy. And then you have all sorts of weird bedfellows. You had Ted Cruz, who's a senator from Texas, agreeing with Representative Ocasio-Cortez from New York State about what's going on. It was just amazing to see it. And I loved it because it was finally, it kicked the election. It kicked all that other shit that people are fighting about on Twitter off. And everybody was kind of like, yeah, fuck these big hedge fund bastards. Well, of course, the hedge fund bastards are supported by the government and the government in the SEC. So basically, if you're a day trader that got in on this and you made your bucks, good. I don't think anything more is going to happen. But it was so interesting to see this unfold. And I'm sorry I'm blathering because
you're sitting on some worthless stock now, or you were able to sell yours?
I didn't sell it. I'm holding it because screw it.
It goes down to zero again?
No, it might go down. I don't know. Right now, it's weird. They trade. I don't understand this after hours trading, but right now the BlackBerry stock is at 16 and AMC's at 11.75. So it's $3 more than when it closed. Boring. I understand.
$6.
Yeah.
Boring. You don't even know. I'll go on the Motley Fool. And look at all kind of stuff all the time. If you watch the charts and look at what Amazon was pre-pandemic to what Amazon is now, I mean, my God, if you were in, there's so many stocks that were $100 a share that are now $3,000 and $4,000 a share. It's just one of those things, though. You really gotta know what the hell you're doing, and you need some insider trading, honestly, to make some money.
Well, basically, what
orange juice futures?
Yeah,
right.
Frozen concentrated orange juice.
You need Victor from Axe Capital to hip you to what's going on, who's gonna die, some kind of shit like that.
What it really, to me, does is it exposes the stock market for what it is. It's easy to manipulate, and the people who run it, or the people that are heavily involved in it, they don't want you getting your stimulus check and putting it into the stock market, into some shitty stock that from a company that's going to, go under or be, liquidated, bumping that stock up and turning your stimulus check into $55,000, which has happened. But they don't like that. They don't, you're not allowed into that exclusive club. You're a peasant. You're a pissant. Go the fuck home. That's how I view it. And, a lot of people people were dumping. There's a class action lawsuit now that's been filed against Robinhood, all because they stopped people from doing something that you're legally allowed to do, which is buy stock.
Yeah, they beat them at their own game, and now they're...
Well, yeah, they don't like to be beaten.
They're upset about it.
And the other thing they're doing now is all the apps in Apple, like you couldn't... They started giving bad reviews to Robinhood in the App Store. And they stopped you from doing that. You couldn't rate them low, and you couldn't leave a bad review. And then they deleted all the bad reviews that were left today. So that's a little weird. That to me sounds like crony capitalism and protectionism. It doesn't sound like a free and open market, which is what we hear about all the time. Well, we need free and open markets. Okay, well, let everybody into the game. So that's what I mean. But what are we going to do?
It was the Dukes.
I'm not Gordon Gekko, so I can't do anything about it. But anyway,
it is good.
Yeah, greed, for a lack of a better term, is good. And so is my wife's you-know-what.
I've got the cancer to prove it.
That Gilbert Gottfried, when he's on the Norm Macdonald Live podcast, he goes, I would do... Okay. Anyway, we don't need to be gross. So there we go. Dustin, you... oh, by the way, tonight we have a very special game. It's our first ever attempt at playing a game with listeners. We have 2 listeners lined up. We have Emily and we have Robey, and they're going to be competing with each other in a game that we call Danger Zone that Steph came up with. I'm going to read 3 lines, maybe even sing them, from a very big song from a very big movie in a very big decade called the 80s. And yeah, so we'll
Can I tell you what made me think of this?
Sure.
Do you remember whenever we had Deidre and Daniel Pitts on the show?
Uh-huh.
Well, Deidre Pitts, she was talking on Facebook about I guess Daniel got her a bootleg copy of the Once Bitten soundtrack. I'm a huge fan of the movie Once Bitten and of the horrible music in Once Bitten.
You mean with Lauren Hutton and
Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey, yeah.
Exactly. And so there was one particular song that was not on the original soundtrack that she loved, and I totally get it. It's in the dance sequence. And on the bootleg, it had the dance sequence. Well, this kind of sent me down a whole rabbit hole. And, of course, I watched Once Bitten, and I started watching all these 80s movies. And that's what got me thinking about it. of all of the 80s soundtracks, all of the wonderful, horrible music in these soundtracks that is so comforting to me. I don't know about you guys, but it just like, I just feel like I'm wrapped in a saxophone hug.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
It's just so comforting to me.
You begin this. What, Jeff?
Next week, Tim's going to sing the entire pirate movie soundtrack.
We're not playing next week, but yeah, I'll do that the next time.
Oh, the pirate movie. Oh my God, Christopher Adkins. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Handsome boy. Very handsome boy. So yeah, we'll play that game. And of course, the winner of that game gets a t-shirt. So, pay attention to the Facebook page and also the Radio Shack where you can, we'll be posting that. And, as we move along, we want to bring more people in to play games. So follow us there, or you can follow us on Twitter, at radio_Labyrinth. And if you're interested in becoming a Patreon, you can always just go to the Patreon page, which is patreon.com/Tim Andrews.
Got, again, like we were talking about, more stuff being pushed back. Movies, TV shows that are getting pushed back yet again due to, the slow rollout of the vaccine and how, movie theaters are just pretty much in the same position they were in 6 months ago. Mm-hmm. So Vulture released a list of, now these are all the movies that are getting pushed back. Now, if we had about 3 hours, I could go through each one of these, but
just highlight the ones that we might be interested in.
Okay, that'll only take about 45 minutes.
All right.
I've never seen. No, I just meant I've never seen. It's like like holding on to all these movies for like 18 months.
It's everything that's not Warner Brothers that's going direct to HBO Max is getting pushed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every single.
So I mean, we've got just to run through a few of these, and some of these I wasn't even aware that were even coming out. Let's see, we've got Antebellum, which it got pushed to later this year.
Is that the biopic of Lady Antebellum?
Antebellum, I thought was another.
Was Janelle Monáe?
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I thought that was already out. My friend she watched that like 2 months ago.
It's on the list.
Maybe it's called Post-War. This is the sequel. Antlers
was one. It's a horror movie from Europe that was supposed to be released earlier this last April of 2020. It's been pushed to October.
About a killer deer.
I mean, it's about a little boy who goes to school and his teacher realizes that he's taking care of his father at home, but his father is actually a demon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's real dark.
You're demon, son.
Yeah. Avatar, the next 4 Avatar movies, they're going to debut every other December, beginning December 16th, 2022, with Avatar 2. And there'll be a year in between each one.
First
Avatar is one of the most boring, beautiful movies ever made. It's
beautiful to look at.
Yeah, beautiful to look at, ridiculous plot. Smurfs and Waste is what Jeff used to call it.
He sunk so much into that 3D becoming the new modern, standard. And he missed that boat. Trying to bring that back is going to be a chore, I believe.
I won't watch
A Quiet Place 2.
Just because it was so hyped, I won't watch it.
Why?
Just because.
Because you're 10 Principles. It's too hyped. I refuse to watch it.
Bastards.
A Quiet Place 2. It's moved to.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, it was going to come out in April. Now it's been pushed back to September. The Batman was going to come out this summer. Now it's being pushed back. Looks like to next March. So 2022.
Oh God.
Robert Patrick, he had COVID like 4 times.
Yeah, at least. Black Adam, which was supposed to be The Rock's venture into these superhero movies, it was supposed to be released December 22nd of this year, 2021, but it's been removed from the schedule altogether.
They haven't even started production on
it. They haven't?
No,
not at all. Bob's Burgers, the movie that was supposed to be out last July. Mm-hmm. It's been moved to April of this year.
Those cartoon characters were catching COVID real bad when they.
Yeah.
I don't know what the push was on that one. Yeah. Candyman. That was supposed to be out this last June. Now
Hold up, Candyman. Is this a remake or a sequel?
No, it's a complete reboot.
Reboot.
And who's Jeff? Go ahead.
It's a reboot.
Who's playing Candyman?
I think Tony Todd is in it, isn't he?
Tony Todd's voice is going to be in it, and he's going to have a cameo. But there is another guy that's taken the main role. They've kind of changed the story a little bit to where I think the main character is going to become Candyman as opposed to there actually being a Candyman. Let's see, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, which is the fourth Conjuring movie now.
Done with it.
It's going to be out this summer. It was supposed to come out last fall.
First one was scary as hell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Every the sequel was such a.
Yeah, they've all sucked. Except for the first one.
Let's see, Doctor Strange, in the Multiverse of Madness. That's going to be out March 25th, 2022. It was supposed to be out this May.
So I guess the pandemic's going to last the rest of the year, and we know this because Hollywood knows it more than Hollywood gets the heads up, so they know this, and we're pretty much fucked, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ghostbusters is moved to 2021.
Oh,
let's see.
The new Halloween
Afterlife.
movie.
It got pushed. It's supposed to be out to June now. It was supposed to be out last November, but it was moved to July. Then it was moved to March. Now it's being pushed to June 11th, 2021.
They moved the new Jurassic World movie to 2022.
Mm.
Yeah,
So many states of Newark got moved to September.
Yeah,
looking forward to that one, Tim.
I know. They had a little bit of it in their rollout video. A bunch of different clips from trailers on HBO Max, and you get to see Anthony Soprano, and then he goes and throws a punch.
Last Night in Soho, which is Edgar Wright's new movie. After I guess that would be after Baby Driver. That was supposed to be out. I think it was actually supposed to be out September of last year. It's now gotten pushed to October of this year.
Is Kevin Spacey in this?
No, he is not in this one.
He ain't ever going to be in another movie.
Top Gun got moved from.
Matrix got moved back to Matrix 4 got pushed back to December of this year, December 22nd. So
is that a sequel or is it a prequel?
Yes.
Or okay, it's a sequel.
Yeah, it's a sequel. Life after the first three.
Okay.
Now here's what I thought was funny. They make Mission Impossible movies so fast that there are already one in the can, and the one that they're making now that he had the blow up on is actually 8. So it's not the next one he was working on. He's working on the one after the next one.
Those are good movies usually, so except for the first one.
The publicity stunt blow up that he had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's
wear
crazy
your mask, assholes.
When we do have the ability to go to a theater or for these movies to be released en masse, we're going to have a treasure trove of movies.
Yeah.
I mean, this list is ridiculous. I mean, it's got to be 200 or at least 150 things on here.
Well, shit. Any other what, Jeff?
Just survive long enough, and you'll be able to see all these great movies.
Yeah,
take your vitamins.
Get people through.
I'm vaccinated, motherfucker. I'm gonna be alive.
Wear your 7 masks, even if you've had the vaccine. Even if the virus were to go away tomorrow, it's probably a good idea to wear 8 masks and shove a toothpick up your butthole.
Being vaccinated though, you just walk through a sea of people, and you're just like, "Fuck you, I don't care."
Get out of my way.
I feel so good.
It's like getting bumped up to first class from coach.
Yeah.
I can't catch your bullshit.
And of course, James Bond's been moved again.
Yes.
So there's that. We got our contestants getting antsy in the waiting room. What else do we have in the news? Unless you have another bunch of movies, but I think we're fucked. So if you want to go to the movies, screw you.
Yeah, I mean, we also have a list of the most anticipated movies that are coming out, but with the list I just went through, I'm kind of leery as to how accurate this actual article would be.
All of them are going to be on HBO Max. That's
Yeah. So
yeah,
watch them at home.
So yeah, and we'll be, as those dates change and as we hear about what's coming out and what we would want to watch, we'll let you guys know for sure.
Right on.
Let's see. It looks like Richard Lewis is not going to be in the next Curb Your Enthusiasm season 11.
Oh.
He's had to pull out due to shoulder and back surgeries. Actually, I think he had 2 shoulder surgeries and a back surgery in the 18-month gap between their last season. And he chimed in saying he'll watch it on HBO, but he just can't do the show.
Is that because have they shot it already, or are they just starting to shoot it?
I think they're prepping, and this is that's just he thought wanted to let him know for sure that he was not going to be in it. It was no more second guessing.
He'd been looking at least the last season for sure, kind of puny as the Southern folk like to say.
He is very small.
Yeah,
I've met him. I've stood behind him, and he's very tiny.
I mean, he just looks very gaunt.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much left in there.
Yeah, that was the thing I was going to say. Yeah, he's always has that hunched look to him all the time, and I thought it was just a characterization, just a character, the way he stands on stage or kind of like his posture, but it looks like it may have been something.
What were we going to say, Jeff?
It's his back issues.
What is his back issue?
All right. I'm sure that's what was causing him to be hunched over like that. That's probably his
long
comfortable position.
Maybe he drank to get rid of the pain from that, because he used to be quite a big drinker.
Yeah.
Now, how many of you guys like coconut water?
Ew, no.
No thanks.
Yeah, not big into that. I'm not big into it either. But I know there's a lot of people that do like it, and they get it from Target and Costco. But you'll no longer be able to get a certain brand, the Choaka coconut milk.
Mm-hmm. Milk or what? I guess
it's
the same thing.
Milk and water. Yeah, both anything coming from this company based on coconut products is being taken from Target, from Costco, at the behest of PETA, of all people, because little did you know that there were chained monkeys on plantations that climb up and get the coconuts and bring them down so that they don't have to pay people to do it or have machinery.
You son of bitches.
Yeah, leave the monkey alone.
They said that they had an audit of the plantation, that the audit came back and said that there was no monkeys on, there. It was all.
Where is this again?
Pete has come up with.
Where is it? What continent?
They grow coconuts.
It's Thai. They're in Thailand.
Oh,
they're a Thai distributor, and that's where their plantations are. And they said they had an audit. The audit came back, said that no, we didn't see any, evidence that they have simian workers, but but PETA's pushing it, and with that publicity and these exposés that PETA's putting out, that it's enough for Costco and Target to pull the products.
Well, yeah, they don't want to get bullied by a bunch of dopes at PETA.
Homer Simpson's not going to be able to have his helper monkey anymore.
No, he's not. Is one of those monkeys named Caesar? Because that would be pretty cool.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, chain them up, make them pick stuff, and that's just the first step. Next.
PETA is they're so full of hypocrisy. I mean, I did write them about the bear pit at Helen when I went there years ago. I was devastated when I went there, and you're just chucking apples down to the
Cherokee or Helen?
In Helen, Georgia.
Oh shit! Because there's one in Cherokee too. It's like an old pool, and there's a grizzly in there, and you just throw food at it. It goes,
oh my god! Write a letter. I've never been there. I wrote so many letters to
the reservation.
Everybody when I went there, like years ago, and they shut it down. What's his face from The Simpsons?
Homer.
Matt Groening.
Oh.
He like paid all this money to have these bears once they shut that shit down in Helen, and they moved them to this big bear sanctuary like out in Wyoming or some crap. But yeah, it was just like bears down in a pit, and you just chuck apples at them. Do you remember this? If you ever went there?
No, but I went to the one at Cherokee, and you throw seeds and apples and
Okay. Write a letter. It's not
and they
good.
also have they did when I was there. They had a Siberian tiger in a cage.
Write a letter. It's not good. They shouldn't do that. It's not
The one I
good.
went to had chained monkeys throwing coconuts at the bear.
But it's what I was going to say is the hypocrisy of PETA is they'll also tell you that they think that all pit bulls should just be put down.
They are the NRA of the left.
Yeah.
They are annoying, and they serve to just enrich themselves and to annoy the shit out of everybody. That's my opinion.
But they got those bears out of that pit. That's all I can say. But at the same time, they're pieces of shit in other arenas. So I guess it's like everybody. They're gray. Whatever the fuck they are. Gray.
Hey, look, if I want to wear a fur coat, I'm going to wear a fur coat. I don't want to, but if I wanted to, I'd go buy one. I mean, chinchillas, whatever. All right. Well, I guess that's the news. So, Robey just picked up a knife. He's ready to play. So we're going to take a break, and we'll come right back, and we'll play Danger Zone. All right, so we're ready to play our game, and we are joined by our two contestants. We have Emily Hine Warren. Hello.
Yay!
And we have Robey Neely.
Oh, I'm so excited. Yay. It's great to be here, Wink.
So the other day, Steph came up with this great game that we were talking about at the beginning of the show. We decided to call it Danger Zone, and the way it works is we are going to take a song from a 1980s movie soundtrack that's very familiar with everybody, hopefully, and we will read you 3 lines, and you have to guess what it is. Now, I will start this way. Basically, what it is I will read 1 line from the song, and whoever says their name first gets to guess it. If you get it wrong, the other person gets to guess. And the best 3 out of 5 gets to go to the Radio Labyrinth store and pick out a T-shirt of his or her choice or their choice. Let's use the proper pronouns there, because I don't know how you guys identify. I really.
Right.
You also get 5,000 shares of AMC movie stock. Oh no, you're not allowed to buy that for some reason. Yeah, we've been talking about that. That was a crazy story. So basically, it's pretty simple. It's kind of like Name That Tune, but Name That Song, because it's based on the words and we don't want to get sued. But do you guys kind of get the gist of what's going on here?
You betcha, Chuck.
All right. Now,
yeah, I'm good to go, but I'm wondering what Jeff's playing with.
My microphone, I'm having some problems with it.
Don't want to know.
Yeah, we're always wondering what Jeff is playing with.
That's what he calls it, his microphone. Mm-hmm. Danger Zone, Highway to the Danger Zone, which is not in the contest this week. So I'm not going to say whether or not by the way, to get it right, you have to name the song, the artist, and the movie.
What?
Oh.
Now you've taken it too far. All I said was just name the movie that it's from. You're getting all psycho.
Well, you got to at least name the song and the movie. You don't necessarily have to enter. Okay, we will go with you. Okay, you just have to name the movie that it's from.
I'm going to do my best. I'll do my best.
When you know it, shout your name, but let me complete the first line. So ready? We're going to do number 1. Here we go. The shadows high on the darker side. Line 1. Moving along to line 2. Behind the doors, it's a wilder ride. You can make a break. You can win or lose. Those are your 3 lines from the soundtrack of this movie from 1984. I'll read them again and shout your name out if you're ready to answer. The shadows high on the darker side. Behind the doors, it's a wilder ride. You can make a break. You can win or lose.
Robey, you're
No
supposed
clue.
to be super smart.
I know.
All right. Hint number 1.
Robey. Revenge of the Nerds.
Ugh.
Can I give a hint?
Go ahead.
Yes.
This is the worst cigarette deal ever.
Oh, that's a good clue.
What? See, you guys have just watched way more movies than I have. I told you this.
Here's another clue. German Barabons.
That is so close to what I need. Oh.
It's a classic fish out of water tale.
Surge.
You're killing me. I have no clue.
Oh God, there's got to be one more.
Oh. Robey, Beverly Hills Cop.
Ding, 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 ding.
Serge.
And what's the song, Tim?
The song is "The Heat Is On" by Glenn Frey.
You couldn't have given me like the chorus that I would have known.
The chorus has the song title in it.
Right.
That's what I'm looking for here, is something easy.
But now that I know the game better, the next time we do it, I may do that. All right, moving on to number 2. Remember to shout your name when you know the answer, okay? Number 2, seasons change with the scenery. Weaving time in a tapestry. Won't you stop and remember me? Look around. Leaves are brown. There's a patch of snow on the ground.
There's a lot of young people with cocaine and smeared lipstick on their face.
Julian is dead.
Are we talking like New Jack City or something? What year is this?
I'll give you the year, 1987.
Oh,
I keep thinking you're as old as we are.
I know. I'm the baby of the Gen X group.
Look at Steph's head.
It's big hair. It's
One of the
rich
last-
kids.
They all had big hair.
One of the final Brat Pack movies.
Oof.
The clue's right there, Emily. I'm letting you go for it.
What, 16 Candles?
No, that was one of the first.
I told
Robey.
you I wouldn't be good at this.
Roby, go ahead.
Some Kind of Wonderful.
Eh.
No? Okay.
Oh.
Much darker than Some Kind of Wonderful.
Hey, Iron Man is in it.
That will be the next one. I thought it
What,
was okay.
was it Heather's?
No, I
Oh,
thought it was
close.
okay. I thought it was okay. Less than zero.
That is correct.
That's the line. I thought it was okay.
It's cool, man.
Have you seen Less Than Zero, Emily?
No, I've never even heard of it. Now you've given me
Oh,
something
no.
to watch
That's
this
a good
weekend.
rewatch.
Yeah.
That's one of those movies I just didn't watch.
It's
You
very
didn't know it?
dark.
You got the song right. Okay, so that song was
Well, it was the clues.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what did it.
The
Right
song
before
is
your Iron Man clue. I had it. The Brat Packer movies.
Simon and Garfunkel originally recorded Hazy, well, they wrote it, Hazy Shade of Winter, but it was performed by the Bangles from the movie Less Than Zero, 1987. All right,
I do know that song. I just have
Go
no clue
ahead.
what the movie is, but I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
This one I think you should all get. I think both of you should be able to get it. Ready? Caroline laughs and it's raining all day. She loves to be one of the girls. She lives in the place in the side of our lives. Da 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 da.
What the fuck is that, Tim? I don't know.
Oh,
You
cool.
don't know that?
What is it?
Well, you can't answer.
I know.
Pipe down over there.
Uh,
You want a hint?
Mhm.
Yes.
The band that sang this song is British.
that was kind of obvious.
Dun, dun, dun. Isn't she?
Oh,
Can we get another hint on like the movie?
Sure.
I never listened to British bands.
is her dad
I've
can't
never
find
seen
a
it.
job?
I've never
Dad
seen this
can't
movie.
find a job.
Their dad just died last year. Can't find a job.
And he needs to be avenged.
Yes.
He's
Good one.
avenge me. Her friend, hey, Emily Hine-Warren's son. Hello.
I say mom's doing really bad at this game.
They had to change the ending of the movie because she made the wrong choice. The star
I'm
of the film.
clueless. I apologize.
No,
I'm
one more.
so bad at this.
No. The one more. The star of this movie was in the first season of Facts of Life, but left.
Look,
But is that George Clooney?
look next to Steph on Steph's left.
Caroline laughs and it's raining all day, and she loves to be one of the girls. She lives in the place in the side of her lives, isn't she?
Lovely.
Something.
The second, there's a guy with a
No.
big pompadour dancing around a record store.
Robey.
Robey.
Pretty in Pink.
Boom. Well, Robey, technically you have won, and Emily, technically you have lost, but you don't lose because you get a package of stickers, and Robey, you get to pick a T-shirt. Do you guys want to finish it out though? There's 2 more.
Oh, please, let's go, Regis.
Yeah, I'm down to be embarrassed more. Come on.
Stop.
I haven't even known most of these.
You have picked every movie I haven't seen from the 80s.
Oh my
Don't
God.
be embarrassed because you're young. That's for sure.
Yeah. Be happy. I told you you could have Jake help you if he knows all these songs.
Well, Jake refused to help. He's keeping the kids somewhat at bay, but I
okay.
actually feel a little better that Robey doesn't know all of them either. So
Okay.
I think you picked weird movies.
I feel bad that I picked the super popular. I've never seen Pretty in Pink, by the way. So there you go. All right. There's 2 more. We'll bust through them real quick and just have fun. All right. This one. Moving sidewalks I don't see under my feet. Climbing up from down here below where the streets see me lonely for you.
One thing to do.
Oh, this is like a Pretty Woman-esque or something, kind of that's a rom-com. I know it's a rom-com.
Let me give you a clue. Eddie and the Cruisers is the star of this movie.
Who's that?
Michael Pare.
Who's that?
Oh my God. I feel so stupid. I'm sorry.
Oh
I should have picked more.
Rick Moranis is in it.
Yeah, Rick Moranis is in it.
Diane Lane.
Diane Lane.
It was a very pulp movie.
Dystopic.
Yeah.
Dystopian.
It was a bad movie. It was terrible.
Willem Dafoe.
Yep.
Robey, help me out here, Robes.
They pick every movie I've never seen.
All right. Well, we'll just say Streets of Fire from
If you've
1984.
never seen Streets of
Y'all
Fire,
See that?
you need to
Don't
see
bother.
Y'all-
Don't bother.
I was listening to an old episode, and y'all were talking about that movie, and I thought, probably ought to watch that. It sounds like interesting.
It's a good movie to watch when you're skipping school in the 80s and it's on HBO.
it. Yeah, it still holds up. It's a good movie.
Michael Pare was the hottie of the day.
Yeah,
That was the only reason I watched it.
Eddie and the Cruisers, though, is his best picture. All
No,
right.
the other one where he was traveling in time on the ship.
Oh, the Philadelphia Experiment. Hmm?
Yeah, Phil, yeah.
Bill Paxton's also in it.
Bill Paxton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I didn't
super
think he
young.
was the whale's dick, honey. All right. Here's the last one, and I feel bad that I picked some of these really tough songs. So I'm just going to sing the lyrics, and you guess. Ready? How can I just let you walk away? Just let you leave without a trace. When I stand here taking every breath with you. Ooh, you're the only one who really knew me at all.
Robey
Robey.
is the name of the movie All or Nothing.
Close.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
I know. I saw it one time in the 80s.
James Woods.
So mean.
Rachel, what's her face with an ample smile?
So hot.
She had
It's
an
like
ample
right off
smile.
of we're right off of what was the movie? What was the mini series with Richard Chamberlain?
Oh yeah, Thornbush.
Thornbirds,
Thornbirds,
yes.
yeah.
I wanted to say Thunderbirds, but I knew that wasn't right.
The name of the song is the name of the movie.
Out of Nothing at All. Was that it? No.
No, but
Not
that's
it.
close.
Here I am. No, I'm singing Open Arms. Never mind.
And to wait for you is all I can do, and that's what I've got.
Take a,
And you coming back to me is
Against All Odds.
I guess. I don't know that movie either. I guess
That's a
I'm
pretty
more
good
of a
one.
baby than I thought.
That's a pretty good one.
Are you a millennial?
Just slightly.
You're a
I
cusper.
guess I'm a cusper. Yeah. I mean, my birthday's in February. I think I'm turning 42.
What? You're turning 42? I thought you were
Yeah.
like 35.
No.
Stupid
But see,
hot yoga.
I didn't really listen. I listened to no good music. I didn't watch good movies. So that's why I watched your podcast, because you guys teach me about things I should have been watching.
What did you do when we were watching movies? What were you doing?
Had a life.
A normal life.
No, my parents wouldn't let us have cable. Like all we got was Nickelodeon. We didn't get cable. Like no video games.
You got
no
Nickelodeon?
Cable.
Wow.
Without cable? Oh, you didn't have like Nickelodeon?
No, we got Nickelodeon, but there was no MTV. There was no any Disney Channel. No, like nothing fun. Nothing that cost extra money.
Are they scholars, or were they like educated people?
Are you a Mormon?
Oh, yeah. I mean, my dad was at the video store every Friday night, and we watched a lot of movies, and I still do with the kids. So maybe we need to try this again with like early 90s movies.
We may have to expand it, yes.
We'll do that.
We'll do all Rocco's Modern Life quiz next week.
Guys, thank you both for playing the game and Emily being a good sport, and hopefully you had fun.
I did. I had fun. Thank you for having me. I'm sorry that I know nothing about 80s movies and I have a lot to watch.
No, it was so good to see you. We haven't seen you since last Christmas at the bowling thing, like over a year ago, before all this madness. So it was so great to see you.
Yeah, that was super fun, and I can't wait for us to be able to do that again. I'm sorry I missed the Christmas thing. We were out of town, but I would have loved to have met up for that. But yeah, these shows are great, and Dustin's kicking butt, and you three are also continuing to kick butt, and this is super fun. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Emily. You're the best.
All right. See you later. And
Bye.
Robey,
shoot me a message. Tell me what shirt you want.
I shall do that. It was really great being here, Pat. I wish I could have done better, but those are some tough clues there.
Obscure movies of the 80s.
You wish you could have did better than
Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink is it's super deep. I remember that you had to go to like an underground theater to see it.
It's a good movie.
We didn't have cable either, and no video stores, living 40 miles away from the nearest movie theater.
Oh.
Everything I saw for the 80s was in the 90s once I got cable, but I knew about a lot of them. I just never seen them, and then I got to an age where it's like, well, I don't really feel like watching Pretty in Pink.
It really was of the time.
Yes, it certainly is.
Yeah, for sure.
I know the whole story. Like I said, I've never seen the movie, and there's no point in watching it now.
I've seen it enough for both of us, though.
Yeah. I didn't see Top Gun until the 2000s, so there you go.
What?
I didn't like Tom Cruise back then. All right, Robey, we're going to finish up the show, but thank you very much for joining us. And like I said, send me the T-shirt that you want, and I'll get it in the mail to you.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Robey.
See you, Robey.
Bye.
So we should play this game again, and I would love to do a game or something interactive with listeners once a month. I think that's important that we do that.
Sure.
And
what if you play like a 15-second clip of the song?
You can't. No, we'll get kicked off YouTube, and it'll fuck the algorithm.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Nazis.
Okie dokie. So we'll be right back.
And we're back.
Yeah, that was a fun game. Congratulations to Robey for kicking ass. I guess I'm going to get some hell for the movies I picked. But to me, those were all familiar films. I don't know what I did wrong.
I think you did a good job.
Thank you.
Once you started singing them, it got a little easier.
Did you get them? Did you get any of them?
The ones that you were singing, I got. But when you're just like reciting the lyrics, in talking voice, I didn't catch them.
You mean like I didn't do it. Yeah, I did. I Could Dream About You, and what was the other one? The Heat Is On. I thought people would get that, but I guess you need to say that one. The heat is on.
You need the music. You need to sing song it.
Well, I'll do it that way from now on. I'll just sing the lyrics as best as I can and do an approximation of the voice.
It does make it harder when you read them out. Because when you sent me the text of the songs that you were going to do, I thought, oh, these are so fucking easy. And then I quizzed Neil and I started reading them out to him. He didn't get any of them.
Damn.
When you read the lines, no, it's hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like a fuckface now. But anyway, no. We'll play this game again, and hopefully more people will join. So keep an eye on the Facebook page. I used to post all this stuff on the Patreon page, but you get maybe one person respond, two people respond, and I get it because it's not something that you're constantly looking at like social media. So another thing we're going to do is I was talking to Dustin earlier. I don't know if you got my email about this, but putting Ask Us Anything in the Radio Shack and also on the Facebook so we can just answer anybody's question. What do you think about that?
Sure. Do it.
Yeah, we usually get a lot of good dialogue on the Radio Shack. So yeah, I think a lot more people will step in, especially if they just got to ask the question and not have to, come on the show.
Yeah. We all take for granted that people just want to come on and, sit in front of a camera and then be on the internet. Jeff, who died?
So we lost some people this week. I guess the biggest one's Cloris Leachman.
Yeah. Shocking. Yeah. 94.
4 years old.
But she seemed healthy, right?
Yeah, very spry 94 years old.
Yeah. Cloris Leachman goes all the way back to Young Frankenstein, The Last Picture Show, of course, Mary Tyler Moore, from which she got a spinoff called Phyllis. American Gods, Malcolm in the Middle, The Ellen Show, Beavis and Butthead Do America. You remember her in that? There's so many sluts, you won't know where to begin. Sluts.
Beer Fest.
Yeah.
That picture of beating off those knockwurst in Beer Fest.
Yeah, those are great.
I love her in Bad Santa, where she's just out of it. You want
to fix you some sandwiches.
But she's another one of those actresses, or just actors in general, people in pop culture who have been in our lives since we knew what a television set was. So, I mean, if your parents watched Mary Tyler Moore when you were a kid, or your grandparents, or whoever you were with, you saw them. Or if you saw it in syndication, you saw her. Phyllis, I don't know if that ever ran. I'm sure it ran in syndication because it was on a couple seasons. And
the first time I really became aware of her is I was thinking to myself, this isn't Mrs. Garrett.
That's right. She took over after... Yeah, she took over for Mrs. Garrett in the last season of...
in the peak skill era, when they were running the little store.
Wasn't that when Sean Astin's younger brother was on the show?
Mackenzie Astin.
Yeah, that douche.
Yeah. And then Clooney came on.
Right. Was he Joe's boyfriend?
I guess.
Yeah, boyfriend.
You guys leave Edna's edibles alone.
Edna's edibles. Some taffy.
Mia Furlan from Lost and Babylon 5.
Oh, that's right.
65 years old.
She's a Serbian actress.
Yeah, she always had some kind of accent. I didn't know exactly where she was from.
Yeah, she and her husband emigrated here, and I was looking at her IMDb page, and I didn't really know a lot of the stuff she was in, but I recognized her face from Lost and Babylon 5.
I started watching Babylon 5 after I heard she passed.
Yeah?
The first one.
What's it on?
It's on HBO Max. They supposedly remastered the entire series.
Oh, that's right.
HBO Max.
Is that the show with Chekhov?
I don't know. I never watched Babylon 5 before, and when I heard that she died, and then I heard that like the same week I heard that they were re-releasing it remastered on HBO Max, I thought I need to give this a shot. And it's kind of a mess, but the first one was fun.
It picks up in the first season, kind of rounds it out, and then it changes dramatically. But you can, just like a lot of things, you can see the escalation. Well, you might not be able to see it now that they've remastered everything, and it may have been part of the reason, because the first season looked okay, and it got better as it went on. So much so that it was really hard if they mixed the season, the shows up. It wouldn't look like the same show.
I heard after season 1, they brought in some new CGI people, and it started to really look good after that. So,
but Walter Koenig,
like the '90s.
I don't know. He wasn't in the pilot episode that I watched, the 2-hour movie. That's served as the pilot episode.
Walter Koenig, I believe he is though. I'm gonna check.
They had a lot of cast changes too throughout the years. It's a cool universe because it's all self-contained. I mean, it's kind of a new. Especially if you watched a lot of Star Trek or you watched a lot of Star Wars.
It reminded me of Deep Space Nine. This first episode that I watched.
Oh, I love Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
Not a lot of. I mean, a lot of people do, but there are people who don't like it. Yeah, he was in Walter Koenig. Played Alfred Bester in Babylon 5. And that's cool. I might check it out because I never watched it either. Steph, are you into that show?
No. I'm aware of it. I know people like it.
All that matters is that you're aware of it.
I'm aware of it.
I am aware. 2 more we got here.
Bruno Kirby's dad.
Mm-hmm.
His son, but he just passed.
Regular cast member on Columbo and LA Law. He's one of that. He's that guy. You see him. Do you guys remember the episode of The Sopranos? This is season 5, where Tony and Carmela are separated, but Hugh, Carmela's dad, is having a birthday party, and his best friend from the army shows up, and he's like a rich financier, and his wife doesn't want Tony to show up and embarrass them. Anyway, it's a long story, but he's in that episode as well.
I got you one. You remember Stand By Me when he goes to the store to get the food and the guy talks to him about his brother? That's it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember the year he was all American.
Remember, and think of how tough it is for him that his son died, before he did. Bruno Kirby, great actor. And it's sad. One more, and then this is
Cicely Tyson.
Yeah, Cicely Tyson, 96 years old, passed away.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
She was in so many things, and she was a model and a singer, and I guess, what was she in most recently? Oh, she was in How to Get Away with Murder, if you ever watched that series, which is actually a pretty good series.
She won a Tony for Sounder. In like 2013, she was like 88 years old. She worked right to the end. Work right up to the end. All right. Well, thank you, Jeff.
Roots.
Yeah, she was in Roots. Every black actor in the 70s was in Roots.
Not who died, but most of them were in their 90s, so pretty good run.
Yep.
COVID for everybody, or
no, not for everybody.
No, they're saying Larry King didn't die of COVID either. Did you hear that?
No. What did he die of?
Says he beat the COVID, but he got a sepsis infection while he was in the hospital, and that's what killed him.
Oh, God, that happens. All right, enough morbidity. Don't have to get all fucking maudlin. I want to thank our guests from our show earlier in the week, the WKRP cast. That was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed that show as much as we had, or as much as we did. Did you get any?
Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, I think you would have liked them. Did you get any feedback, Jeff, from them?
Yeah, they enjoyed being on the show. They loved Dustin's artwork. Donna asked for a copy of the artwork.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, everybody check out.
Are you thinking about drifting over to other podcasts, Dustin?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. So, well, that's going to do it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed our new game. I hope you enjoyed watching Robey just, run roughshod all over him.
If you want to look like Robey, the winner of tonight's game, you can order your T-shirt from our storefront here.
That's right. And you can find the link either in the YouTube description or in the podcast description if you're listening to it on, one of the various podcatchers out there. And, of course, thank you to Dustin for making the YouTube page kick ass.
You're so welcome.
Before we wrap the show, Stephanie.
So if you are looking to adopt a dog right now, please go to barkvilledogrescue.org. We have a crap ton of them all ready to come to your house. Most of the time, we've already house trained them. They are living with kids or whatever. We're going to let you know everything that's right or wrong for your household. So if you're considering getting a dog, try Barkville, because we're not going to bullshit you. We're going to give you the dog that's right for you. And if it doesn't work out, we'll take them back. We always take any of our dogs back. If it's 5 years from now, we'll take our dog back. So you don't ever have to adopt thinking, oh God, I'm stuck with this dog. If things don't go right, we will definitely take it back and we'll try to find you another dog. So anyway, BarkvilleDogRescue.org. If you'd like to adopt a dog, if you'd like to foster, we could use your help. If you want to donate, please go to our website. Thank you so much.
Woof. No, this weekend only. Yeah, keep it canine. This week only, with every dog, you get 5 shares of GameStop spots, whatever. I can't say it because it's GameStop stock.
You get Gainsburger stock.
Yeah, you get Gainsburgers. I ate a Gainsburger once when I was a kid.
No, you did.
I did.
I can picture you in your underwear walking around eating Gainsburgers.
I wouldn't in my 20s. No. I had an older cousin who dared me to eat it and like forced me to eat it, which is why I was cruel to younger children when I was in junior high. Here, eat this.
Such a horrible story.
Next week, Tim's going to eat some dog biscuits on the show.
Yes, that's right. Next week, I'm eating dog biscuits. All right, everybody. Thank you for being a listener and supporting us. Make sure if you're new, you like this video and click subscribe. See, I'm starting to learn the lingo. And until next week, please remember to keep
it canon.